What's in the box?
What's in the box?
This is titled It's Society. Let's see here.
This idea that I need to be in a thinner body is harmful. The idea that like my body is the most important thing about me is, or the way I look is the most important thing about me is harmful. Like while I can acknowledge and know all those things, it's also true that we live in a society in
That
which
tells us
it tells us right, tells us that's true. It tells us that, especially for women, right? It tells us that that is a determination of our worth.
Yeah, but that's biological and evolutionary too. So if you're an unhealthy, obese person, it's not going to be as viable for reproduction. And attraction's a real thing. Just saying, attraction's a real thing. And that's going to depend. Some people like big women or big men. And okay, there's someone out there for you. But, you know, I mean, is it people's low self-esteem is just being projected on society as if it's society's fault when it's really your parents and your upbringing. It really is how you're raised, because there are plenty of people that have navigated this evil society. It's so evil. It's so bad. How come some people are successful with that and some people aren't? Sounds like parenting, right? Okay.
And so it's like we constantly have to fight against the narratives that we are getting every day when we know what's the truth. And that can be really, really challenging. And
what is the truth? What is the truth? That's a good question. What is the truth?
We choose truth over facts.
So the truth is really what you're making up, because there's truth, which is this term thrown around. So in other words, what you think is real, and then there's actually real. There's reality. So you mean your truth. What you're really saying is your lived experience. Your lived experience. That's what we're talking about here. Your feelings. Right.
Have to fight against the narratives that we are getting every day.
Gotta fight.
When we know what's the truth. And that can be really, really challenging. And so,
oh, life is challenging.
you know, we talk about body positivity and like a lot of the messages in mainstream body positivity around like just love yourself. And while I think it's all important that we like really important that we all love ourselves, and I like deeply believe in that, I also think that if we just talk about self-love without talking about the systems in place,
it
like
nothing's ever going to change.
Nothing changes.
If we okay, I'm still pausing. We have to take the stupidity in pieces. If we just talk about self-love, I thought she was going to go with, if we just talk about self-love without personal responsibility and effort and hard work, I would agree with you. So self-love, when we talk about just, love myself and change my hashtags, you have to love me. You have to call me certain things. You have to act in a certain way because I'm perfect. Yeesh, that's creepy. That's weird. That's narcissistic. That's irrational. It's just not real. It's not life. It's not reality. You're living in some fucking fantasy land. But when it comes to, it's easy to say, or it's one thing to say self-love, but then if we don't talk about the systems in place, then you're just projecting all your own responsibility onto the systems rather than getting your head screwed on right, getting your shit together, fighting against systems rather than actually, look, you don't have to fight against lions, tigers, and bears. Your villages aren't getting raided and pillaged, and you're not at the risk of getting raped and enslaved by barbarian tribes. So you have to fight against something. Let's fight against these boogeyman systems. Or just change your habits. Work hard on yourself. That's how you fight the systems. God forbid someone goes to the fucking gym. God damn. God damn.
I am the danger.
Okay.
About the systems in place, it like
back up.
That if we just talk about self-love without talking about the systems in place, it it like
Nothing's ever going to change.
nothing changes. And also it negates the fact that like, even if I really love myself, say I've come to a place where I love myself, I love my body, I love everything about myself, that doesn't change the fact that I can still be harmed in the world because of my body and the way I look.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I fucking knew it.
Matt Damon.
Okay, even if I love myself and I've come to a place where I love everything about myself, I love myself so much. Great. Congratulations. Nice. So once you come out of your bubble into the world, that doesn't change the fact that I can still be harmed in the world because of my body. You're going to be harmed in the world because of your body and the way I look. Sounds like you don't love yourself at all. Sounds like you have really low self-esteem and you're a very sensitive individual that is not psychologically equipped for life. Does anyone else hear something else? I'm just trying to translate. Is that about it?
60% of the time, it works.
Okay.
Every time.
Okay.
That doesn't make
If
sense.
you heard something else, drop in the comments. I mean, if you heard something else, maybe not different, but similar, like if it translated to you, like what'd you hear? What'd you hear with that? Anyone? What did you hear? Curious.